Alright, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel, and just got a couple quick news pieces for you today. So a short video, but the first thing that I want to talk about, unfortunately, NovaChain closed the site and social network, and users have lost millions of dollars. So now, before this, I never really paid attention to NovaChain, and I barely even knew about it. I think I knew of it. But again, with these lending platforms, I think people wanted to pass this up as soon as BitConnect closed and basically sundered the whole crypto market and changed basically the way everything functions afterwards. And there were some lending platforms after that that had fallen and went under. And I think these lending platforms can come back every 8 months or something like that or so, because some people will forget about them. And then you'll have a bunch of new people in the market as it's growing and growing, the crypto world in general. And, you know, you'll be able to snag those new people, but you'll essentially never be able to get the same people twice, BitConnect and stuff like that. And if you do get those people, well, oof, I don't know what to tell you. So the platform advertised by cryptocurrency bloggers has disappeared with customer funds. The NovaChain cryptocurrency platform, which promised passive income from trading bots on the Binance exchange, closed and removed its social networks. The publication of the Coins Post believes that the project leaders are scammers who have disappeared by stealing funds that have been deceived by customers. And the project was actively promoted in social networks. Bloggers advertised it on their YouTube channels, and there was a positive feedback about earnings on the project online. They turned out to be fake and had a similar structure. At first, it was told about investing in a project that brought huge profits. This has been the most passive income platform that have come across crypto and yada, yada, yada. So a bunch of fake stuff. So despite the fact that NovaChain raised a small amount of funds at the ICO stage, they continued to create unique long-term products. During the year, I managed to increase the initial investments by 25 times, as one of the reviews about the service. So, yeah, apparently it's all down. So according to Danny, he invested $8,500, and a week later they stopped working. James Carney called the project managers fraudsters and stressed the total damage was $4 million. So we don't even really know. Again, I barely even heard about this before, but if you Google or YouTube NovaChain, of course you see a ton of YouTubers. Again, those referral links, oh man, they are just too sweet for too many people. And you can see it's always like these really small YouTubers. I think the bigger YouTubers, like, they don't really do this so much anymore, but you can see these smaller YouTubers, you know, with just 200, 300, 600 views and stuff like that, are really trying to crank these out. And I think, you know, a lot of the smaller YouTubers came later after they seen some of the bigger crypto YouTubers. And I don't even want to put myself in that category. I'm medium at best. But you know, they came a lot later and started to make videos because they seen how many views other people were getting, you know, 100,000, 200,000 views on their videos. So like, yeah, I could do that too. And when they're only getting 60 or 90 views, 100 views, something like that, I think a lot of these people get desperate and they're like, well, I'm going to shill anything with a referral link and not really care. So it's really unfortunate. I mean, there's one here that somebody was recently put 4,800 into their loyalty pool or something. I honestly have no idea how NovaChain worked, but what I do know is that NovaChain used to be called NovaLend, I believe. NovaLend, and after BitConnect, nobody could use a lend or like a connect on the name. That was just essentially dead, and so the cool thing to do was to name it Chain. So like whatever it is just Chain Link or Chain Crypto or Chain, you know, whatever. So there's just tons of cryptos with chain in the name. And I mean, it makes sense, blockchain, but that's like the cool thing to do. So NovaChain was essentially just, NovaLend was essentially rebranded as NovaChain. But yeah, there's this guy here.
And figure I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It's a rough decision for me. I really like being in the Rex. I like my Maestro payments.
I like his Masternode payments. That's great. And I think later on you can see how much he had actually invested into it. And it was somewhere along here, like how much he actually had in there. And I remember seeing like 0.2 BTC and a bunch of Ethereum. So like a few Ethereum I don't know. So, I mean, I think this guy lost probably a lot. Anybody that invested, then you have like this YouTuber, and I'm not really trying to call anybody out, but you could just see there's just so many of them that you can find, and all of them just think this is totally fine, and they're so happy about it, and it boggles my mind that they were like, well, BitConnect and Devore and what was it? There's like 3 or 4 more, went under. This is just going to go forever. And this is just desperation, really. This is just like, oh, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. Look at my daily profits. And it's just, and then it's really about, it's really all about getting the referral links, because then you're getting more and more and more just piling on it.
Chain, and sometimes that's just good news. So, Rex, let's start off and talk about NovaChain right now. I don't really have too much to say other than things are pretty stable over here at NovaChain.
So let's talk about NovaChain. So this isn't, you can see these videos that crypto YouTubers, that essentially give crypto YouTubers a bad name. Is that why do we need this video? Why do we need this video? So sure, do your own review of a platform that you like, or a crypto that you like, this, that, or the other thing. That's absolutely fine. But when you do a video 6 times, 10 times on the same thing, look at my daily updates on NovaChain. That's just really just to get more and more referral links, to convince more people to sign up to your link over time. Which if that's what you're relying on, it's a pyramid scheme. It's a Ponzi scheme. Like, you know it's going to go under sooner or later. So why even do it? But none of these people will probably care. I mean, they'll lose money and it'll hurt them. And then you got this guy, and this guy's really, really nice. And I kind of like what he has to say sometimes. He's a really nice guy, but he's just
a small rash of people, and don't understand why a small rash of people are selling at market price.
So he's talking about like the platform's token selling at market price and sort of dumping the price, I think, at the time. And this was June 2nd, and it is now July 15th, and the platform is under. So good for the people that sold, apparently. So that's why. And he's just, saying like, oh, God bless this NovaChain or something like that. And you're like, man. And it's just convincing so many people. And they really think, I didn't even watch this one. I clicked on this one for the title, NovaChain 100% credible. Absolutely credible. 3,847 views, and I think this guy is actually, this guy's channel is literally more popular than mine. Literally more popular than mine. And saying join now with a link there, and 3,847 views, manipulating just unbelievable amounts of people. And I think it's more popular because it looks like he does giveaways. Look, he's like, everybody's putting their Ethereum address on there, and that's what you get. If you're a YouTuber that just gives away like $10 in coin or something like every video, you're gonna get a bunch of people to just click on your video just to copy paste there, and your channel grows. So I mean, like, good for you, I guess. I suppose maybe I should start it. Who knows? But moving on here. We can see on crypto Reddit, cryptocurrency Reddit, one of the biggest Reddits aside from Bitcoin Reddit, and this is one of the top posts. This is on the front page, at least at the time that I had clicked on it. It'll probably be on the second after a while here. But in light of the NovaChain scam, it's important to remember that YouTube influencers are here to just influence you and your money. Reflect on this. Yeah, I mean, like, I can't help but to agree on that on the most part. There's a lot of YouTubers that are just looking to get into it just to teach people things and make videos, and of course you want more views, you know what I mean? But then there's I would say the majority of crypto influencers, if that's what you want to call them. I mean, just look at NovaChain. If you just type it in on YouTube here, it just goes on and on and on, and people making the same YouTubers making 10 videos about the same thing. Why do we need that many updates? Maybe just another update on like how was my investment going on this platform at best. But it's just to get more and more views. Just really milk them out and really milk out those referral links. That's where you really make the money. And if you know that that's where you really make the money, it's a pyramid scheme. It's essentially a pyramid scheme. And so everybody's, like, and it's got like a picture of Trevon on there, but like everybody's talking about a lot of other ones, and it's really unfortunate. So I feel bad, you know what I mean? I don't want anybody to lose their money, but you know, 100% credible. It's just like these people are so confident in these platforms, and they seem really new. It just seems really new to me. And if you're not new, I think you have a bit of a, you're a bit of a psychopath. You're a bit of a sociopath. If you can literally just like, even if this channel was like really old, like these channels were really old and they went through BitConnect and they know, that means that they really know, and they don't really care if people's money goes under, as long as they get your money first from the referral links. And that's really, honestly, that's really of a sociopath mentality. You just don't really care about other people's money. You're only caring about, picking up everybody's referral links, and that's you know, who'd have thought? You know, I mean, of course it's going to get out of control. Wherever the money is, that's where people are going to go. But moving on here from unfortunate, disappointing news to not news that is not surprising at all. Tether mistakenly mints and then immediately burns 5 billion USDT just on accident. Stablecoin operator Tether accidentally minted, subsequently burned 5 billion USDT. Whale Alert, the Twitter account dedicated to reporting large cryptocurrency transactions, noted that 50 million USDT were transferred from crypto exchange Poloniex to Tether. The account subsequently reported that the treasury minted 5 billion USD tokens on the Tron blockchain, which it then burned. So Payola is correct. This occurred while Poloniex was conducting a USDT chain swap with the help of Tether. An incorrect amount of USDT was accidentally minted, and this has since been resolved to the intended value. So yeah, I mean, you can just mint whatever you want on Tether. I mean, that just kind of even, I mean, it's not like we didn't know that already, but it just really just solidifies Tether and how questionable it is. It's just like, no, we just accidentally minted 5 billion. We accidentally minted $5 quintillion just on accident. So it just kind of shows that, like, the human error aspect of certain cryptos, and that's why Bitcoin is really good, because it's just always going to be mineable. It's just always for quite a while anyway, and it's always just going to like function with the blockchain without anybody's like intervention or anything. Whereas Tether, 5 billion. I don't know. Just delete them again. We could delete, we could take away, we could send, we could receive, we could do whatever we want with this money, and this kind of really defeats the whole purpose, I think, of crypto. But moving on to CoinMarketCap, $287 billion market cap. We had that super sundering in price of Bitcoin, and that's really just the whale selling off one at a time, or whatever you would want to call it these days, because you could see, if you go back to the 1 month, you could see those little pumps that brought it up. You could see 11,800, 11,200. It's like these individual like little explosions, and they kind of went down somewhat exactly the same. But I think we have sold off to that point, and I think it's starting to recover once again. But that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video. It helps me out a lot. My social media in the description below. I am now BAT verified. I know I wasn't for a long time, but I'm BAT verified. So if you do donate BAT, you can now, I suppose. I think you always could, but now I know I definitely receive it, and I've seen all the other donations. Thank you for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as usual, I will see you guys next time.